So in this master pages tutorial, this is one of the best tricks I've ever found in InDesign, and that is how to use a code to automatically number pages in a document. So I'm going to go to File and Open. I'll come down here to Chapter 3 and folder number 4, Auto Page Numbering. So we'll open up this little multi-page document here. I can hold with my zoom tool, Option key or Alt key, and click. So I can kind of zoom out here, scroll down this document, and none of my pages have numbers. So if I hit the letter W, this is just a big blank page document. How do I know what page number that is? I don't. Okay, so I'm going to double click on A master right over here. Double click. All my other document pages are gone because I'm focusing on this. And I'm going to hit W. Got these nice little 1/4 inch margins. So what I want to do is add a code to number my pages. Now, you're going to use a code. What you would never do is double click page 2, take your type tool, drag a text frame and type 2. I can highlight that. Let's set the font size up here to, well, let's go 50. Okay, then I would have to hold Shift and Option. I'll drag a copy of that box over here. Highlight the 2 and type 3. Then I have to come down to the next set of pages. Drag another frame. Let's see, that should be page 5. And great, now it's small again. I don't want to have to highlight that. Blow up the size of the type again. You can see what a hassle this would be because I have all these other pages to number. That would take an hour or two just to number pages in a document. You'd get fired for doing stupid stuff like that. Okay, so there's no way you're going to number pages by hand. Ridiculous. I've had people come into my class saying, oh my God, I ask them, how was your weekend? They go, I was numbering pages in my document all weekend. I'm like, really? I could show you how to do that in 30 seconds. Because I got other stuff to do on my weekends besides numbering pages. And I'm going to show you why in a few minutes, because sometimes pages in a document need to be shuffled around. And when you do that, all your page numbers will be out of order. And then you got to spend another weekend renumbering your pages. Ridiculous. You'll never get a job. So I'm going to use a code. I'm going to double click the master page up here. I'll zoom in to look at the bottom corner. And I'm going to take my type tool right against this margin guide and drag a decent sized text frame. Now instead of typing in a number, I'm going to let InDesign input a code right up here. Type menu. Insert a special character. That special character will be a marker. And that marker is going to be used to indicate the current page number. Okay, it'll say A because we're on the A master page. I'm going to highlight that A. Come up here, and instead of 12 points, I'll just click this pop-up and we'll go down to 48 points. We'll make a big page number so it's easy to read. Take my black arrow, and now I'm just going to hit the down arrow key on my keyboard. We'll kind of line it up in the corner right there. Now I want that A to be there, and I want the page number to be over here. So Shift key and Option key. That's going to allow me to slide a copy straight across. I'll just let go of my mouse here. Now I can hold spacebar and move this over, and then just slide it across. If it goes all over the place, hold my Shift key and slide it into place there. But the bottom right corner, the number should go in the bottom right corner. Here it's in the upper left corner of the text box. I need it in the upper right corner. Okay, so if I take my type tool, highlight this type, right up here are my alignment buttons. This is to align it on the left, this is to align my type in the center, and this is to push it, click, to the right side of the text frame. Now the lower right number is in the lower right page. The lower left number is in the lower left of the page. Okay, double click a random page. Let's double click page 35. I'm on page 35. I'll hit Command J, type in page 7, and now I'm on page 7. Command J, let's type in 42, and I'm on page 42. Brilliant. I love that. Okay, but here's the next thing. When I hit W, these numbers just kind of float around in their corners. What I want to add is something called a footer. It's a little graphic to kind of lead your eye over to information. So again, on my A master page, I'll double click. I'm going to take my line segment tool here, and I'll just start right here. Hold Shift key and push that over till it kind of snaps to my margin right there. It's about 1/4 of an inch. I can hit W and you can see I hit the margin. Okay, black arrow. I'll just click and drag and now hold Shift key and Option key and line it up with that inside margin right there. So now I have 2 footers. They call them footers because your feet are at the bottom of the body. Let's highlight these. Right up here is my stroke weight. So we'll set them up to maybe a 3-point stroke like that. Double click page 39. Hit W. And now I've got some nice little footer graphics at the bottom of my document. Okay, cool. But here's the next thing. Why you want to auto number your pages. I'm going to hit Command J and I'll type 12. I'll zoom out a little bit. And I want to put a photo here. Okay, we'll just put a photo right in the middle of the page. So without drawing anything, I'm going to hit Command D for a document. Okay, in Chapter 3, Folder 4, I've got this little picture of Eeyore and Rabbit from the Disney store, and I'm going to click Open. Now it's going to ask me to place a graphic. So here's what I can do. I can either click and drag, but the problem is if I let go, I'm going to have something that looks like a postage stamp because it will throw in the graphic to the size of the box that I dragged. Well, I'll go to Edit and undo that. I can click, and that's decent, but I wanted it a little bit smaller. So let's go to Edit and undo. And now I can click and drag. There we go. Okay, so I never want to hit the center because if I do and I try to pull this, I'm going to pull my photo right out of the box like that. So I always tell people, do not click the center of a photo. Edit, undo. If I wanted to move a photo, click outside, click near a corner, not on the corner, but up here. So you're not on the corner, but you're not on the center either. You're right in here. Now I can kind of move this around. You can see these little pink lines, like that line right there. That's a smart guide showing me I'm lined up with the center of the page from top to bottom. Here's another pink line showing me I'm centered on the page from left to right. And if you're not seeing those are under View menu, Grids and Guides, and Smart Guides. I turned mine on. Okay, so I like that photo right there. But now I show that to my customer and they say, that photo is good, but we wanted that on an ad on page 6, not on page 12. Okay, so what I can do is click on page 12, click the pop-up, and move that page on my Pages panel. Move page 12. Say, which page do you want to move? page 12. Where do you want it to go? I want it to show up after page 5. Page after 5 would be page 6. So when I click OK, you will see Eeyore on page 6. Let's scroll back up. He better show up on page 6. There we go. I don't have to rearrange my page numbers or anything because I auto-numbered my pages. That's what's great. If I don't want him on a left page, I can click the pop-up, move pages. I don't want to move page 6 and 7. I'll just type 6, move page 6 after page 32. So he better show up on the right side on page 33. Let's go check. Command J, 33. And, oh, he's on page 32. Okay, I typed in the wrong numbers, I guess. Let's see. Oh, I said after page 32. Let's see. Okay, let's see if I can move him to page 7. Let's see if I can do the math right. All right. Move pages here. Move page 32 after page 6. So hopefully he'll show up on page 7. Command J, 7. There we go. Okay, now I did the math right. So you can move pages around, but that's the idea. You don't have to renumber your pages. Okay, if you forgot how to do this already, just review this video. It is a huge, huge workflow shortcut here in InDesign. Get to know it because most of the documents you're going to be doing in InDesign are multiple page documents. You got to auto number your pages. And that's how you do it.